the one drinking beer. I'm drinking water.
2 touchdowns a game?
Yes, in the game.
You're tripping.
How high? No,
Greatest fucking Super Bowl time.
I don't know what we're doing in the front office, man.
Twiddling our fucking dick.
Ryan, I just need you to drink this.
Wide receiver trivia. That's what she said.
Upset.
Are those crutches?
You can see Ryan's crutches.
What is going on, folks? Welcome back to your favorite show on the internet, coming at you on a Tuesday night. It's after further review, episode 277. I am your co-host, Jalen Brown.
And I am the one you hate, so I'm always right. Still repping the Super Bowl 60 champion Seattle Seahawks. Got my Fuck the Haters shirt on with Sam Darnold. This is Malin Dennis.
I'm your other great co-host, Nestor.
Yeah, the great co-host, June Bucksbaity.
Good evening, AFR world. If you tuned in expecting witty banter, concise sports reporting, or even intelligent sports betting, you're fucked. That being said, this is G Money, and let the fuckery begin.
Wow. Gentlemen, let's start off the show by taking a cheers to a great show.
That's to his placebo shot.
It's actually some sky vodka in here.
So is Sky. Ladies and gentlemen at home, well, gentlemen and lady at home, we are having a short show tonight. Just a couple things to get into. It's been one of those weeks, so bear with us. But again, we're here on a Tuesday. If you're new, we do this typically on Wednesday nights at the same time. So tune in, come back next week for a bit more of a standard edition of your favorite show on the internet. But tonight, we're going to start off with news. We've got an array of different news. And then we will just transition right into the Ride or Die 5, which, again, if you're new, is where we give you 5 of the best betting picks to make in sports this weekend. And if you tailed our picks last week, you would have made pretty solid money over the past week. So keep that in mind. So, all right, let's start off with the news for the week. And a few days ago, we got very, very sad news with Rondale Moore found dead, just 25, and Vikings receiver, just terribly sad. From what I understand, found dead with at the cause of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. I don't know anything else besides that. Just something that you hate to see. But what were your guys' thoughts on this? And if you have any more information, please feel free to share it.
You know, I've been looking for like updates and see what happened. You know, what else happened, and it's really tight-lipped about it. Unless something come out today, I haven't seen like he was depressed. He'd been talking about this. If there was a note, I don't even know. And it's so odd that somebody so young would just take their lives. I mean, the Cowboys just had a player do that to themselves too, and just so odd that somebody would just take their lives at such a young age. And you hate to see it, and you wonder what is the NFL going to do about, you know, getting these teams to hire mental health professionals to really sit down and talk with these guys instead of telling them to go out and seek your own professionals. I don't even know what else to say about it. It's just sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean it. You don't really know any details as far as the motive, but coming out of Purdue, I believe he was drafted by the Cardinals,
Mhm.
and they had high hopes for him. And then he goes to the Atlanta Falcons, and he dislocates an elbow, I believe. And then he never plays a down for him. He goes to Minnesota, blows out his left knee, and so he never could stay healthy on the field. Um, Sometimes when you get away, when isolation is the worst thing when you're dealing with self-inflicting thoughts and you're not around a team and
Mhm.
stuff like that. So, I mean, thoughts and prayers with the family. I don't know if he was, in a relationship. I don't know if he had any kids. But it's just sad to hear.
It's sad in that we still don't take mental health seriously, and we're supposed to internalize it and fix it ourselves. And until that changes to where a young man that's facing issues can actually feel good about seeking help and getting it, we're going to see this. We're going to continue to see this.
Yeah, like June mentioned, I don't know why the NFL doesn't they have team doctors. Why don't they have mental health specialists, therapists, part of the medical staff? Not that that would maybe necessarily solve all of these problems, but I am sure it would help. If it helped one person, it would be more than worth it. But I think it's something the NFL probably will end up addressing, if not this offseason, hopefully in the near future. So you just hate to see it. All right. Let's move on to the other bit of NFL news. On a much lighter note, Kirk Cousins to be released from the Atlanta Falcons when the month moves over to March. They said, all right, Kirk, it's been real, but you don't got to go home, but you can't stay here. So it looks like they are going to be committing to, Penix, will he be ready to go come kickoff?
He should be. It was in the middle of the season, wasn't it, or November when he got?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like November, so maybe, yeah. I mean, but I think they're looking at just the enormousness of the contract, and I wouldn't be surprised with them releasing him that they re-sign him at a lower amount. Though they're still going to take the cap hit. The cap hit is there, and if they don't sign him, I know someone else will for the minimum, and not have that cap hit, and he'll be like Russell Wilson, right? You get cut by Denver. Denver takes that huge cap hit. Someone else signs you for the league minimum, knowing that most of your salary is getting paid by another team. And there are teams out there that can definitely use a quarterback, a seasoned quarterback. And if you're going to sign a quarterback, why not sign him for the league minimum, knowing that the Falcons are picking up his salary this year?
Welcome to the Jets, Mr. Kirk Cousins. That's all I have to say. Now, we know, gentlemen, we know where this is going. We know he's going to the Jets. I mean, that the Jets are already salivating right now. They've already made 10,000 phone calls right now. The Jets are signing Kirk Cousins. I don't care what nobody say. They are signing Kirk Cousins.
Kirk,
It's
we got you in an
inevitable.
apartment here.
The Pittsburgh Steelers are signing more over-the-hill quarterbacks these days than even the Jets are.
That's true. That's true. So
yeah, but they're still all in for Ron. They're pretty good. He's going to be coming back, so they're going to go after Kirk kissing your cousin. They're going to be taking Ron.
Yeah, I mean, you got you got the Cardinals job open. You got the Indy job open. You got the Jets job. You got the Pittsburgh because like Aaron Rodgers hasn't said he's coming back yet. The
Probably gonna have the Dolphins job open too.
likely will. The Dolphins job is
Pittsburgh.
probably gonna yeah, the Dolphins are gonna have to do what they're gonna have to like give draft picks to people to take on that salary and not really get anything in return there. The but there's a lot of jobs out there. Cousins will end up with one of them if he wants it, but you know, there's also some good like Malik Willis is out there.
Right.
Jacoby Brissett's a decent starter. You know, you don't know what Vanilla Vic is going to be doing. Indiana Jones, like, is he going to be re-signing with Indy? So it'll be interesting to see where he lands. But G Money's right. Whoever gets him, they're not going to have to pay a lot of money because he's getting $35 million next year.
Yeah.
So someone's going to get a discount. I just don't know if it's at 37 years old. Like, what does Kirk Cousins have left? I don't know. Him and Russell Wilson, part of that 2012 draft class, that are just bouncing around right now.
Like June said, I could really see the Jets, but I don't know if he would want to. Like, you know, why would you want to put yourself through that at this age?
Yeah.
The other one I would throw out there, Tennessee, if they want a veteran quarterback to be right behind Cam Ward and kind of give him some guidance there, I think you'd be like, all right, that seems a bit more compelling than New York. Like New York, I know exactly what I'm getting myself into.
Who's
there.
the Vikings?
Yeah.
Second quarterback.
I'll come back to me.
Yeah. I mean,
Vikings need a quarterback.
go back to the Vikings, definitely. You know,
If we stick it with the
league
dome,
minimum.
if we're sticking with the dome theory for Kirk Cousins, then the Saints need a quarterback still.
Oh, they got that Howell guy.
What's that?
That's slow, right? Slow. I mean,
he played better than any other rookie quarterback in the month of December, even Drake May. And he did that with New Orleans roster. I'm just saying. He played a lot of college ball. He was old as shit. I think with the Dolphins, think that if you don't think that if Indy can't get a long-term deal done with Danny Dimes there, that they might not try to kick the tires on another 37-year-old quarterback like they didn't do that with Phillip Rivers, and then a 33-year-old, Carson Wentz, and then 48-year-old Phillip Rivers, and like he just keeps going back to the money. I mean, he's going to be cheap for a couple years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he's going to be cheaper than anybody else.
Would you guys say that his time in Atlanta, the 2 or 3 years, would you say that it was a failure for Kirk Cousins?
I think it was just messy from the standpoint of they give him that money, they give him that contract, and then I don't think they believed that Michael Penix was going to be there, and they couldn't pass it up. And the moment you draft him, you have this isn't 2013 or 2012 where Seattle's picking Russell Wilson in the third round, yet they gave a 3-year, $25 million contract to Matt Flynn. Like, this is they committed $180 million over that that's a big number. So, and that was coming off an injury too. So it was just kind of messy from the get-go. The homecoming never really happened. He was always looking over his shoulder, and I actually like this for Michael Penix too. Because Michael Penix, they gave him the starting job, but you think he wasn't kind of looking over his shoulder a little bit, knowing how much money they had committed to Kirk Cousins? I think the QB room will be better in Atlanta with one of them gone.
Kurt showed some flashes of some things a couple of times in Atlanta. I think it was more a failure of the coaching staff in Atlanta because that team had a lot of talent. You draft the best running back in the running back class. You know, you have a top 10 tight end that you never used. You know, he was pretty much fresh, you know. But
I mean,
as a coaching staff, I don't know if they did everything they could because it's 3 straight years and they didn't make the playoffs in a weak division. That just didn't make any sense. Then you turn around and watch Carolina with arguably one of the worst draft picks of all time make the playoffs. And then you're Atlanta with all this talent, and you can't beat the Bucks and make the play. I mean, there's something. I don't like. I said, it's not all on Kirk Cousins. It's got to be mostly on that coaching staff that was there.
yeah. I mean, I agree. And speaking of places he could go, you know, he could go as a backup to the Rams or the Niners and have an opportunity to start at some point. And let's not forget that the Raiders, even though they're more than likely going to draft Mendoza number 1 at league minimum, you know, Mark Davis likes a deal every once in a while.
Yeah. I just love that we are a fuck Raheem Morris show of record. Like I don't think we've ever said a nice thing about that man.
And June is the parade captain there.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
Cousins also had
so,
16 interceptions in 24. The Falcons.
Yeah, that was off of what, 14 games?
That was terrible too.
That was terrible. No.
I remember he had that one game 2 years ago where he threw the 5 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you all the next week, I told everybody, I was like, listen, man, in like 3 weeks, Michael Penix is going to be playing like that. Man ain't, don't think that was going to be the norm.
And then they come up with, it was a 5-game winning streak too, wasn't it? Wasn't like 5-game winning streak. He had the big game. Then he had the game-winning touchdown pass in London or something like that. It was crazy. It was like a whole month and a half of him just tearing it up, and then they just shit the bed after that.
Remember the chains and the plane and everything. Damn.
I'm gonna miss the Kirko Chains era. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, listen, man. If he ends up a backup and he ends up starting and wins like 3 games in a row, you know Kirko Chains is coming back. You know
they are.
Take the pressure off him and then make him play as a backup, and he'll make it happen. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The swan song.
I just love how somehow Minnesota keeps coming up with the dumbest ass like nicknames or alter egos for their quarterbacks, from Kirko Chains to 9 and JJ McCarthy. Like, when it gets to 4th quarter, man, I just become 9. Yeah, 9 turnovers, you dumbass.
If anybody is going to get injured next season, high possibility it's that kid. So
Minnesota probably going to pick up Tua.
Yeah.
Ward and
please.
The Red Cross.
Someone come get him. All right. Let's move into the dub. That's right, boys and girls. Your favorite league, the WNBA, which may be delayed this year. The WNBA folks, which we are kind of already knew this, but they are in a kind of contract year with the Players Association, trying to get stuff worked out. And last season, we kind of all saw this coming, that there was going to be some turbulence for them to kind of get this deal done. But the Players Union and the WNBA, basically, they have until March 10th to get a deal done to avoid delaying this upcoming season. So there's still a lot that needs to happen in the WNBA. Like, obviously, the draft still has not happened yet. I'm not sure if free agency has kicked in yet. I don't think it has. All of these things that, like, it doesn't seem like if you're waiting until March 10th, the season starts in May, early May. You need to start moving your ass like now, or really yesterday, if you want to keep everything going as planned. And with a league that has as much momentum as it had this past season, you would think that there'd be more of an emphasis on getting something done. Obviously, one of the big areas of emphasis is revenue sharing that the players want, which for the first time they got a bit of that from this last season. In comparison to other leagues, it was not a huge amount of money. I think it was like $9 million that was spread out amongst 50 some odd players. Not sure the exact kind of how the math of how that works, but that was around the total number. But anyway, the WNBA has a lot of work to do in a couple of weeks if they want to keep things moving on schedule. So what do you guys think about this?
Listen, man, and now I gotta frame this right, as you can't make jokes about women's sports right now. But we don't have President Trump on this call, so I think I'm safe. I don't want to offend anybody. But the first thing they need to do is get their head out of their ass. And the only reason why I think that, and it's not even trying to be I believe, yes, they need to make more money. I just don't think this year is the year to go after the size of the bag that you want. Okay? I know what they want. And yes, they're worth more than what they're getting paid right now. But if you have a work stoppage and you miss a year, I mean, that was catastrophic to baseball in the early 90s. That was bad with hockey after the Lightning won their first cup and they missed like a year and a half. It took baseball till like 98 when McGuire and Sosa all roided up with home runs to really kind of get like the fans back with baseball. Like I just get like a small deal done. Get yourself more money, but do like a 2-year deal. Like, and get them to agree to something like that so you can get back to the table after a couple more years of the growth that you're experiencing. But I just think that it would be a huge misstep for them to have a work stoppage. I believe in the WNBA. I think the WNBA has a really good product. They have notable stars beyond just Wilson, with the Aces and a couple others that, weren't really winning a whole bunch of champions. But you got in the last couple of years, you've had a lot of players come into the league that are going to different teams that you could really build upon this. You have new teams coming into the league this year, don't you? Isn't there like 1 or 2 teams, like one in Canada of
Toronto, Portland?
I think they're in Portland. You can't afford to have a work stoppage. Like I pray, I really do, like all jokes aside, they go after a short deal, get more money, aim for the bigger prize later. But the only thing that might stop them is the same type of mentality that had like the jealousy of Caitlin Clark. You got a lot of old heads. And when I say old heads, I'm talking about the OGs of the WNBA. They've been doing this for 10, 12 years. They hadn't really got that money and they're coming into the twilight of their career and they want their piece of the pie now. And I can't say I blame them for it. Because I can totally understand where they're coming from. But I think overall it would end up doing more damage to the league if they have a work stop. So I really hope they don't because the league's been growing. I don't want to see that for that and for women's sports.
Yeah, so the issue with the WNBA is that the league still hasn't released what they make, what their revenues are, and the players want 27.5% of the gross revenues with a salary cap of like $9.25 million, I believe, per team. So and the league's offering 70% of the net revenues with a salary cap of 5.6 million, I believe that's the number. So it's like okay, if do a salary cap of 5.6 million, what are your net revenues? Because what they gave them earlier this year was just a percentage of the revenues made off of marketing, not even what the teams made. And if you're not making any money as a league, why are teams costing more than a major league soccer franchise? These two teams that are coming into the league cost a whole hell of a lot more money than buying a major league soccer franchise. So for the WNBA/NBA to say, well, you know, we're still not making money, well, then why do people want to buy the franchises so badly? I mean,
Right.
I expect a deal to be made because it doesn't help either side for there to be a work stoppage. It doesn't. Malin's right. You know, you've got fans, and there are a lot of fans out there that want to see this product. If you have a work stoppage, that makes it more difficult, and maybe those fans don't come back. And so your net revenue, your gross revenue, net revenue goes down. What you could be making goes down. And I don't know. I know CBAs aren't usually that long anyway. They're usually max 4 years. So, you know, do you want to do a 2-year, then come back in 2 years? What if the WNBA says the same thing? Do you want to do another 2-year? I mean, I think right now the players think that they have the upper hand. The WNBA/NBA believes they do. And at some point, they have to come to an agreement. Usually these things are resolved freaking last hour, right? You have March 10th, March 9th. They're down basically coming to terms. Maybe it's 25% of gross revenue with a salary cap of $8.25 million. You know, it'll be, both sides have to move, and it's probably going to take until March 9th, maybe the morning of March 10th, for them to have that deal signed. But I firmly believe that by March 10th, there will be a deal in place.
Yeah, I believe that WNBA, they got a chance to really make this thing go big. They got to start going global. They got to start pulling these young ladies in from overseas, kind of what the NBA is doing. You got to go overseas and grab some of these young ladies. You cannot rely on college, just college. Because you would have to draft the entire South Carolina team, the entire Connecticut team, but you got to go overseas and grab some of these young ladies you see overseas and grab them and tell them, hey, come over here. But to do that, you got to be able to pay more than what those teams are paying overseas too. But I think you can make it a more global game if you do that. Because next year, not this year, but next season, they're going to have like Juju Watkins, who is one of the biggest faces in college basketball. Juju Watkins is going to be coming out of USC next year once she gets healthy, and she'll probably be the number 1 pick, and she'll be the biggest pick. You have to be ready because people are going to want to see her play. So I think they should get a deal done, get it done quick, and get this product up and running. But the global thing, they're going to have to work on that. They need to go more global.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The idea of just saying, you know, we're not gonna, of there being like a strike, to me, it just doesn't make sense. I hope they make a deal. To be honest with you, I can't get behind watching the league. Just being honest, it's just very difficult. Like honestly, sometimes it's hard to watch men's basketball. But I think they got something good. They're rolling the ball slowly. And hopefully they do make a deal, like you guys said. Hopefully become more global.
I'll tell you right now, and this might be a strange admission to make. When it comes to basketball, there's like 4 like main type of leagues in America, right? You got the men's and women's in college. You got the NBA, you got the WNBA, right? Like I would put the NBA obviously at 1. I would have like a 2A and 2B for the the WNBA and women's basketball, and men's basketball in college is last, in my opinion, as far as just exciting talent, namesake. Like I just don't. I think the men's game is just, I don't know. It's not good. It's more watchable this year than it has been in the last few years. But the women's tournament has been a better tournament the last 2-3 years, which is saying something. But I really did not understand the fandom that the WNBA had until we were in Vegas, and G Money and I are walking around, and there's a lot of like,
Yeah.
5'10", 275-pound white guys wearing a Caitlin Clark jersey, and it wasn't just one; it was a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of grown ass men wearing WNBA jerseys, and I'd never seen that before. And so like that really kind of opened my eyes. I was like, shit, there's some people that really, really like this shit. So we'll see.
Yeah. I don't have much more to add to this. I think Malin, you summed it up pretty well. That make it a prove it deal. Like, you guys have a very promising next couple of years. I don't see why the league wouldn't grow even further over the next 2 years. So sign something short term and just kind of deal with it for the next couple of years, and I think they would be set for the long term. So, but the last thing you'd want to do is to stop playing. Like, that would be really, really bad. But we'll see what happens. It's gonna be very interesting come next month, because there's this drama. All right. Last but not least, speaking of drama, as if it couldn't be any more of a joke, Floyd Mayweather coming out of retirement to have a rematch with Manny Pacquiao that will happen in September. And of course, Netflix will have that one. So the second fight.
Kaylin, why does this seem like a worse idea than Tyson and Roy Jones Jr.? Like, why was Tyson and Roy Jones at their age seem like a better fight than rolling out Mayweather and Pacquiao a second time? Like, they waited so long until they were after their prime.
Right.
The first one.
Exactly.
And how long's it been? Like,
a little over 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years. It's been about 10 years.
Yeah,
quarter of my life later, and we're gonna have. They were past their prime when they fought the first time.
Didn't Manny Pacquiao become like the president of the Philippines at the time? Like,
Yeah,
in between there,
like
No,
or he ran.
he
for
was a
president.
senator.
His senator. He was doing
He
his
was-
best
he was-
Apollo Creed impersonation.
Yeah, he was a senator. Yeah.
Same
I
time.
mean, it's let's not kid ourselves. It's all about money. That's what it's about. It's all about money. I mean, you would think that both of them, especially Pacquiao living in the Philippines, have a shitload of money, but they don't. You know, they overspend. Floyd Mayweather overspends so big that I think he owes the IRS money. So, you know, that's what it is. Will it have the same turnout that the first one did? No, I don't think so. I mean, it's 10 years down the road. If they had fought again in a year, and they could have done another pay-per-view. But you notice it's not pay-per-view, it's on Netflix.
Yep.
That tells you right there that money isn't going to be as big as the last time. But it's still going to be money. My guess is they're probably going to walk. You know what? June, you and I in the ring,
No.
$25 and $20 million each. You know, we could rope a dope for a while, bounce around. You know, I swear to God, one of them is going to fucking fall down and not be able to get up and use life alert. I mean, that's what's going to happen.
You know what I would really pay? Just put Tyson in there against both of them. Don't even put gloves on. No gloves. It's Tyson in the ring with Mayweather and Pacquiao and see who comes out.
They look like little children compared to him.
You know, I'd like Jake Paul to be in there, and Pacquiao and Mayweather could switch off rounds. They go in there. I mean, Paul got his jaw busted the last time.
Boxing.
That dude ain't boxing no more. Shit.
I want to know how
Hey,
much
you-
Netflix is paying them.
You could throw another one in there. Just put Conor McGregor in there too. Just do like a Royal Rumble and pass.
That's coming
yeah.
soon. You know that's
Yeah.
coming down the pipeline soon.
Have a tag team. No, have a tag team boxing match.
I'm telling you right
Yeah.
now, man, if you had Mayweather and Pacquiao in a ring with Tyson and McGregor with no gloves, Mayweather and Pacquiao aren't getting out of the ring.
Just a bare knuckle brawl. Just a bare knuckle brawl.
Oh God, I would love to see that. That'd be so good.
All right, let's
It would, wouldn't it?
let's move on. Netflix, hit us up if you want other people to hop in the ring for a few $1 million. I would volunteer all of us to do it. Let's get to the Ride or Die in 5. Before we do that, though, we don't have a halftime. This essentially would be the halftime. So would you guys entertain a second shot? Or whatever.
I'll do
your
more than
Sky
entertain
vodka.
Okay, just so you
This is
guys
sponsored by
know,
Ground Roll.
No, it is not. People.
The,
It is not sponsored by anybody.
It's part of our wish list.
I just did like a little Google search, Jalen, and they're saying that Mayweather, I don't know about Pacquiao, Mayweather is going to get anywhere from $300 to $350 million.
Get the
Shut
fuck
up.
out of here.
Shut up.
Oh, fuck yeah, I get in the ring. Oh, fuck yeah. I would down in a heartbeat. It would probably
Well, no,
be Mayweather's.
It might be split between the two. Hold on. Floyd.
Even
So
then,
what it says is the rematch between Manny and Floyd Mayweather could earn for both fighters between 300 and 350 million in total earnings. So I think they would split it, but that's still a lot of money. That's possibly 150 to 175 million for that fight.
Didn't Pacquiao break his back or something like that? He had a really bad back injury or something.
How is Netflix earning that much in new subscriptions for someone like there cannot be that many people being like, I need to get a subscription to go watch this fight.
Netflix has more money than we think they do.
They do.
They're making more movies than like Paramount, Universal Studios, and they got movies going up for Oscars that are they're breaking through. I think they got a shitty lineup of things to watch right now.
They do.
I can scroll through Netflix, not find a goddamn thing like that.
They have the largest catalog. Most of it's crap, but with that being said,
they're gonna have some NFL. They're gonna have some NFL games next year.
Drink mine already.
I think they're gonna probably double whatever they had last year as far as NFL games.
I read a report that the NFL is talking about giving all those streaming platforms like at least like 5 to 8 games themselves that they would have
Oh God.
to stream throughout the year. It's just going to get more expensive as a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Can we go back to cable?
Oh no, man! With YouTube TV, man, I'm paying so much less than I ever was with cable. I already had some of these streaming things, with paying for the cable.
But
YouTube TV is cheap, man.
We'll get to it. That's a different topic. We could have literally a whole show just on the streaming dynamics of sports. All right,
Mm-hmm.
let's get to the Ride or Die 5, which is not the All-Star edition, but doesn't matter. We bounced back last week, folks. If you've been watching for the past couple weeks, previous week was a rough one because it was All-Stars, so it was wacky. But once things came back down to earth, most of us went 4-1. G-Money went 3-2. But all in all, we all made good money last week. So we had Malin hitting his lock, which was the women's hockey team to win gold. We had.
Ooh, I thought I jinxed ass.
You did think that. We had Nestor hitting his lock, which was, he wasn't on the show, but he did say for Arsenal and Tottenham to have more than 4 goals, 2.5 goals, something like that.
Yeah.
Look at us branching out locks.
It was 5 goals total, so it was an easy win. And then June for the Celtics to cover against the Lakers, he hit his lock, no problem. I gotta give you guys credit, all 3 of them. I mean, cash, no problem. So, pretty promising stuff going forward. Shangoon, your bastard, he had 2 rebounds and his line was at 8.5. I was like, you didn't try at all.
He did not. I was thinking about that too. I was like, oh.
Yeah. So you know what my lock will not be this week. But all right. Let's get into this week's slate of games. So tomorrow night we've got the Thunder going to Detroit. And G-Money, we will start with you.
I like Detroit. Straight and simple. I like Detroit. I like Detroit at home.
Yeah, I've also got Detroit at home primarily because OKC is playing tonight. They probably just finished. You know, one team coming off a back-to-back. The other is not. Detroit's at home. Just by that, I'm going to take Detroit, and SGA still won't be back. So, yeah, give me the Pistons. June.
Yeah, same reason. I'm taking the Pistons at home. When I saw the Thunder was playing back-to-back and SGA will not be back, I was like, okay, I'm going to give this round to the Pistons. So, yeah.
Malin.
You already know where I'm going. This one, there ain't. I mean, the only thing that could make this game easier is if I can. I'm still trying to find a way to get the team playing to crash somewhere. So I'm taking Detroit. Fuck OKC.
Nestor.
I'm also taking Detroit.
I just want to tell the authorities out there that if the team plane ever does go down, that I'm not responsible. I say that a lot. The FBI is going to be knocking on the door.
If something were to happen, they're starting with you.
There they are.
I am the prime suspect.
And sir, they're not knocking on your door; they're kicking your door in.
Oh man!
If the coach gets into a fender bender, they're starting with you.
They're like, "Sir, where were you?" Fucking here, man. I ain't in OKC.
And that's tomorrow night, right? That's
Yes,
Wednesday
sir.
night, right?
The Thunder did win tonight.
Correct.
They beat Toronto.
Yeah, they did.
All right. Thursday night, we've got Houston going to Orlando. I'll start here. I'm going to take Houston here just because I believe I picked against them last week, and I think that was my one loss. But I guess they need star players to call out other players every week because it seemed to have done something to them because they've won their past couple of games. Yeah, and Orlando is just, they're a weird team. They should be a lot better than what they are. But Houston's, I think, a bit hotter than them right now. So give me Houston to go to Orlando and come away with a dub. June.
Yeah, I got Houston to win this game. I think they're just a better team. They're playing at a high level right now. So, yeah, give me Houston.
Malin.
Yeah, I'm taking Houston. Yeah. Like you said, Orlando should be better than what they are. I just saw them Houston whoop up on the Sacramento Kings. Oh, I mean the Utah Jazz, but the sure shit looked like the Sacramento Kings last.
Yes, they did.
Black and
Yes, they
purple.
did.
What the fuck the NBA is doing anymore with these jerseys? The branding's all fucked up. But I'm gonna go ahead and take the Houston. I spent more time complaining to G Money about Utah's jersey than I did actually like paying attention to
the game.
I was fucking
I mean, it was a cross between what Sacramento and Denver.
in
It was
Denver
like
because of the
the
fucking
fuck
mountains down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like dumbasses.
I don't know if you saw any of the Cavs Knicks game earlier. Cavs jerseys,
Yeah.
the city edition, are atrocious.
Like, don't burn them. Burn them.
I don't
Like,
even
seriously, bro, burn them.
Nestor.
I don't even want to know.
They trash,
Yeah.
bro.
They,
You remember those
not
ones that
good.
the Heat came out with a couple of years ago with the City Heat? They were black with the purple and the blue, the aqua blue. Like, kind of like what made, it's the one that Nestor's hat. It's that color. Remember those?
South Beach.
Yeah, the South Beach edition. They was they kind of like trying to go to that level, but they didn't make it. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't make it.
They like got halfway there, and then that's it. We're good. We're Cleveland.
Like, what are you doing, Cleveland? What are you doing? The mistake by the lake.
Nestor, who did you pick?
Sounds like dude. Take by the lake.
This is actually a tough one for me. You know what? I'm gonna go with Orlando on this one.
Okay.
Orlando on this one. Yeah.
G Money.
There's a man that knows what he's talking about. Yeah, so I've watched Houston. They have really good games and they have really shitty games. They're playing Sacramento, and then they fly down to play Orlando. Yeah, I'm taking the Magic to have one magic moment.
One moment in time.
We could all use a magic moment, but I'm not sure if Orlando's will come on Friday.
Jalen.
Thursday.
Magic moments. Magical moments.
Not a magical moment.
Right there.
Oh, on the side note, before we keep going, did you see in the Lakers Boston game? Did you see the dedication to Pat Riley, the halftime show? Did you watch that? That was pretty good. That was actually pretty good. I was like, wow, okay,
Wow,
all right.
They're really doing their former coach real good tonight by not playing at all.
Yeah. There was someone on ESPN that was trying to talk about it. And they thought that the statue was unveiled not at LA, but like at one of his other teams. They were like, oh, interesting. Someone had to correct him. Yeah. Hey, did you guys know that the New York Knicks changed their name? Did you guys know that?
Changed their name.
Yeah, Charles Barkley changed it for him on the in the halftime show. Called them the Dicks. You should look up the video.
God.
He legitimately said the Dicks are playing stagnant.
That's
And Shaq lost his shit.
Jesus Christ.
Shaq lost his goddamn mind. Just laughing. And Charles just kept talking. But yeah, he called the Knicks the Dicks.
Have you guys noticed? And it's hard not to notice, but the TNT band has kept all of their like branding and just moved it over to ESPN and just swapped out the TNT logo. It's like the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
exact.
Yeah, same thing. Same thing. That's all he did. That's all he did.
The smartest thing that ESPN has done in years
Yes.
is don't fuck up a good thing. Yeah.
Pretty
Maybe
funny.
Charles shouldn't be saying dicks on air though. Maybe.
Maybe.
All right. Next game, we've got Cleveland at Detroit. It's on Friday night. This is one of those, when you say it out loud, you're like, damn, like 2 years ago, this would be an absolute snooze fest. But this should be a pretty good game. So, June, we will start with you.
Yeah, I'm going to take Pistons in this game. I just think Cleveland is good, but the Pistons are just a better team, and they're playing a better brand of basketball. Even with Cleveland getting Harden, I still think the Pistons are just a better team.
Malin?
God damn it, June! You couldn't have said something for like 2 more seconds while I look something. Oh, talk about the Cowboys for a second. Hold on, give me just a second.
Next year's our year. Next year. Next year's our year.
Now you're
You're
a
damn
real
right.
fan. It's a
You're
true fan.
damn right. You're damn right.
So
I'll have that banner behind me.
I was about to say this, but I wanted to make sure that I was right when I said it. That both teams are 8-2 in their last 10. Cleveland has like kind of seamlessly kind of put Harden in there. But I don't know. They're still Cleveland's still 17-11 on the road. Detroit's 21-7 at home. I'm taking Detroit right now. But yeah, but both teams are playing good ball. Jalen, you're right. It's going to be a good game.
It's going to be a good game.
Nestor.
Yeah, Detroit is at home. I think their defense is a little better. Just seemed like a cleaner basketball team, more disciplined. So give me Detroit.
I wouldn't say more disciplined.
Yeah,
that's a hot
that
take.
see,
Whiny,
not in that way. Not in the
whiny little bitches.
don't punch somebody way.
What did you say to me? G Money.
I mean, hopefully Detroit watched the hockey game, USA hockey game, and next time they get pissed at someone, they knock someone's teeth out.
Don't give him any
Because
ideas.
that's what real men do in sports. you just fucking level them, and then that person comes back to score the winning goal. Anyway, so Cleveland, they're going to play 3 games in basically 4 days. So they play tonight in one against the Knicks. They play tomorrow at Milwaukee.
Mhm.
Then they probably will fly to Detroit and play Detroit the next night. I don't think Harden has the legs for that.
Mm.
I mean, he's old. I know what it's like to be old. Man, you don't have the legs for that shit. Yeah. Mick Jagger once said, you just don't have enough jam. And I'm thinking that's it, man. He just won't have enough jam. So give me Detroit.
Oh man.
Oh, we're fucking pulling Mick Jagger references out here. This is great.
That's pretty 3 miserable cities to go to, by the way. Like, God. Tour of the Midwest. Yeah, I'm also going to take Detroit here. They just have a way, even though they couldn't do it, was that last night against the Spurs? They couldn't do it then, but they do have a way of getting in people's head. And I think that the Cavs, after being on this sort of road trip here, short road trip, if they're dealing with the Pistons' shenanigans, I just don't see how they're able to pull this off. And like G Money said, having the legs to do this with as much basketball as they've been playing as of this week, I think it is a tough ask for them to pull this one off. But who knows? The Pistons are also kind of weird. It's literally with them. It's like if they can intimidate the other team enough, they'll win the game by far. If they cannot, then we're in for a pretty good game. Like it's a coin toss at that point. So we'll see what happens, though. I think the Pistons should be just fine here, mainly because it's at home and they seem to play a bit more kind of chip on their shoulder when they're at home. So give me the Pistons at home. June.
Well, I was the first one to pick. I picked the Pistons.
I was testing you to make sure that you had the same.
Make sure you hadn't changed. Yeah.
I couldn't remember. I was like, I think he went first here, or he went first on the last.
You didn't have to do them like that. You could have just picked again.
I'm sorry. I just want to make. We gotta keep. We said we're gonna keep a short show, so I want to keep it rolling, right?
All right. Next game, Saturday night. We have got the Lakers at the Warriors. Malin, you can go first.
Why I gotta go first on this one, man? That's bullshit. Why are we even
Shut the fuck up.
Jesus.
Is Steph Curry playing on this game?
No, he will. He'll be out until March. According to the injury reports I'm reading, he's out till March.
He's not.
You're gonna make me take the fucking Lakers, Jalen. God damn it! All right, I'm gonna take the Lakers on this one. I don't know. I can't. I don't think I could ever just pick a game where the best player on Golden State's court is Draymond Green. Like I don't think that is a recipe for success. Like if that's a cookie recipe, you burning cookies and no one's eating them. There's too much baking powder in that shit. So I'm gonna take the Lakers. I don't even know what I'm saying. Whatever. Fuck this game.
The Lakers was one of our wins last week. Surprisingly.
Yeah, I still trust them.
Nestor.
I'm taking.
Yeah, Golden State just has too many people injured. Just give me the Lakers on this one.
G-Money.
Yeah, I mean, when I didn't take the Lakers the first time last week is because I didn't think that all three of their scorers would be playing, LeBron, AR-15, and Luka. And, of course, they heard that and said, fuck you, G-Money. We're playing. Take the motherfucking L. So looking at them, and then none of them are injured, I got to go Lakers on this one.
Yeah, I got to agree here. As long as Steph is not playing, give me the Lakers. Even though we took the Nuggets to beat the Warriors last week. That was the one loss. And the Nuggets decided that, we don't win a show. It's a Sunday. We'll mail it in. So thanks, Denver. But Lakers, please, just handle your business. It should not be all that difficult. June.
Yeah, I'm taking the Lakers in this one. They should win this game easily, but like you said, I don't know what the hell Denver was doing. Don't know what the hell Denver was doing, but I think the Lakers can go up there and get the win. I think JJ's got him playing. I think JJ's got him playing decent right now. I know he tweaked the lineup a couple of times, but I think he's happy everybody's back, so he's able to move it around. But I swear to God, when I wrote that, Ayton is the lazy, sorry, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing, Ayton? What are you doing, bro?
The gambling.
How many times did Jaylen Brown just go around him? How many times did everybody else just go around his big ass and lay the ball in or dunk the ball, and he's standing there with his hands straight up in there? What the fuck are you doing? Just foul out. Dude, just foul out at this point. Just foul out. Jesus Christ, what are you doing, bro?
I mean, he's collecting a paycheck.
This is how fun this NBA season is. We all picked the Lakers, but we all took a turn shitting on them.
There are very few things more entertaining than DeAndre Ayton low lights. As
God,
Jesus. If you saw the, I don't know if you remember when JJ Redick came out on the court that game to show the refs how Queta put his hand through the basket. They're like, you need to call that. That should have been a goaltend. Someone in the highlights on the comments was like, Aiden missed a shot so bad that the refs didn't even bother calling it goaltend. He's awful.
I was like, dude.
Anyway,
Oh my gosh.
let's get to the last game here. Spurs at Knicks Sunday afternoon. This should be a good game. We got Wemby in MSG. So star-studded lineup here. Nestor, we will start with you.
What did I pick? I don't remember why I picked the Knicks. I don't really remember. I did my research, but I don't know why I would do that. I think San Antonio isn't that impressive on the road, and it would be very New York Knicks to win that game for no reason. So give me the Knicks on this one.
Wow. I respect it. G-Money.
Yeah. I don't. The Knicks don't play defense. They do not play defense. If you watch the Cleveland game, if you watched any of the games, they have a little spurt, maybe 5-6 minutes where they play some decent defense, and you think you guys are going to get it together, and they make a mini run, and then they fall apart and they don't. Cat does cat shit. Brunson decides that defense is not his thing. So give me San Antone. Their churro-eating girlfriends are going to be super happy eating New York-style pizza. And San Antone is gonna beat the Knicks.
Clip this.
The Knicks beat the Knicks. Pizza sounds really good right now. Yeah, I'm also going to take the Spurs on the road here. They have not lost the game in the month of February. They are red hot. And yeah, the Knicks really are a defensive liability just wherever they play. So give me the Spurs. When we're done with this game, I do have a question for you guys about a Knicks player that I would like to know your answer on. So, June.
I kept going back and forth. Like the Spurs are going to be on the road so long. I mean, they've been on the road so long, and they've been playing some top tier teams. I mean, they're playing the best teams in the East right now. That's what they're going through. And to culminate it with playing in MSG on Sunday afternoon is just the NBA thing to do. I got to pick the Knicks, though. And something telling me is that they're going to end this winning streak, and the winning streak is going to end in New York for some reason. I think they're going to be tired. I think they're going to play great, but I think the game is going to be too close, and the Knicks are going to find a way just to do the Knick thing and just pull it out right at the end of the game. Give me the Knicks.
Y'all need to stop doing this. I know what you're doing. Mainly, go ahead.
What are we talking about?
I don't know who had the worst take. I don't know what's worse, June's take on this game or the State of the Union I've been watching. I'm just kidding, June. It's definitely the Knicks defense. The Knicks defense is worse than all three of them. So I'm taking San Antonio. I don't know why, but just fuck the Knicks. It's just kind of my thoughts right now. It's kind of how I feel. Yeah.
All right.
You're going to win. You're going to be bigger than.
My question on the Knicks. I heard someone today say that Jalen Brunson is the most overrated player in the NBA right now.
No, it's not true. That's not true.
Ooh, well, we could actually maybe have a little conversation about it.
He might have been at one point.
Because, well, hold on. Like, to be overrated, you have to think very highly about the person, right? Versus their production. There's a lot of people that were like, wow, you're just bad at this point. Like at one point, I thought Ja Morant was the most overrated player in the NBA. But now he's not the most overrated because everyone's like, nah, man, you just rated bad. But I think he's a really good basketball player. I think he's one of the best, I guess. I don't like his style of play. I think he spends a lot of time on the floor. But I mean, I don't know, like who would be the most overrated right now? Like someone has to be the most overrated.
Yeah.
So if it's not Brunson, who is it?
I don't know if I would say he's the most. I think he's up there because what he gives you offensively, I don't know if it completely overshadows what he doesn't do defensively. So I think he's a little overrated, but the most, I feel like there's other people out there that I would say are more overhyped than him.
And I'm not saying he is the most overrated. I'm just saying that if we're going to unequivocally say he's not, we should have
a replacement,
somebody in mind that is. Trying to think of who that person would be.
That's tough. I mean,
like, what name if we don't think it's Brunson, then what name do we float out there that is?
Right.
That's
the thing.
At one time, I would have said Trae Young was overrated.
LeBron's the most overrated player.
He got, yeah, but he's also, fuck, man, 40, 43, 44. I mean, he's old. He's fucking old.
Overrated.
I mean,
come on.
I just look. I mean,
right now.
I just look and think, God damn. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know who it'd be. I don't know.
If it's not,
at one point,
have somebody.
At one point, I thought Ant-Man is overrated.
Well. You okay? Okay. Now we're getting somewhere.
You piqued June's interest a little bit there. I mean, is he the top? Like, is he when you think about Ant-Man, like he's supposed to be like the top American player up and coming NBA. Right now.
He is one of the top scorers in the league, but what has he done for the team he's on?
Well, in that same breath, then what has Jalen Brunson done for the Knicks?
Well, at least he's been
one of their best players. He's been clutch.
He's rolled around further in the playoffs, hasn't he? Wait,
yeah.
Did the Wolves make it to the Western Conference Finals against Dallas 2 years ago?
Yeah.
So they've both been to the conference finals.
Yeah.
I that's why I think it's intriguing to say that maybe Brunson is because most of the people that we would say that are overrated now, I think they're properly rated. Like Trae Young, like no one's thinking Trae Young is this superstar. No one's thinking Ja Morant. No one's like, I don't think we've not rated, Luka properly or Joker or the Joker. Like somebody has to be the most overrated, and I think it's worth it to put him on the list. I think Ant-Man has to be there. Because like even you think about someone like Kevin Durant, like
I was thinking that in my head.
Overrating Kevin Durant, or we like this is just what Kevin Durant is right now.
I don't know if we're overrating him now.
What about Kawhi Leonard?
Well, but both of those are older players and they're past their prime. But if you look at the players that are somewhat in their prime, Devin Booker, right?
Yes. But he's actually surprising me this year.
He's having a
Because
great
I
year.
forgot he was in the NBA for a couple years when you had Kevin Durant
Yeah,
on the
Kevin,
team. And he's
yeah.
actually surprised me a little bit. Like, so I mean, that's why I'm not saying that Brunson is the most overrated. I just think that at the stage in their careers, there's only in my mind, we've only really come up with two people, Brunson and Ant-Man, that could be more overrated, which is, we're rating them higher than what their capability really is.
Yeah.
Tyler Hero.
Yeah, no disrespect about Tyler Hero.
I mean, I think about Jalen Brunson like this. What are the Knicks third in the East, right? About third in the East right now, right? So if you third or fourth in the East, something like that, But if you look at them right now,
I have one
if they were lower than that, then I wowould say if they was like 6th or 7th, that people were still hyping up Jalen Brunson, you have to say, hey man, his team is not doing well. You overrating him as a superstar, but his team's not doing anything. He's not leading his team anywhere. Right now, he's keeping his team in the top 3. Right now in the East. So you can't really overrate him for that. So
I mean, actually, if you're thinking about the Knicks, how about Cat?
Cat's in.
I mean,
Cat's just fucking
lazy.
People
and he's. I mean,
I think he gets. He gets.
He gets a little bit more flowers than he deserves. But you know who I think gets more flowers than they deserve? I think, and I don't know if it's just because of where he plays, but I just don't. Banchero with Orlando, like, everyone keeps talking about he's going to be the next. He's going to be the next, and every year he just kind of seems to be that middle guy. To me, like
it's been 3 years, right?
The best player on a slightly above average team. He's like Trae Young after Trae Young. You know what I mean? A little bit. So I mean, I think he plays a little bit better defense, but I don't know that Banchero has that gear that Orlando needed from him when they drafted him to get him to the next level. Like, I don't think he has that superstar in him. I think we can all say that Brunson's become like a star in the league. I'm not sure that Banchero could even get to where Brunson is, but yet where he was drafted, he should be able to get there. I don't think he's ever going to get there.
Yeah, I also don't know if he has that. When Orlando needs someone to take over a game, he's not usually the dude to like step up into that.
It's the it factor. It's the it factor with him that I don't see that separates people. Like, I don't see him like wanting. Not to say he doesn't want the ball, but like I don't see it. I don't see him wanting to take over a game. So I would put him on there. Is one of the more overrated players, but then again, does he really get a lot of shine in the NBA to where I don't know?
My last one was, if we're gonna say Brunson and Ant-Man, Donovan Mitchell. Does he get too much credit for reaching kind of the same heights as those other guys? I don't know if Cleveland has been to the conference finals with him there.
No, they have not.
They did have a hell of a year last year, but they've underperformed this year.
They got put out in the first round, though, didn't they, last year?
Yeah, by Indiana.
Yeah, so
Hey, somebody, I think G.I. Joe just got the Congressional Medal of Honor in the State of the Union. I don't know this man's name, but he looks like G.I. Joe to me. Jesus Christ. Man, he's a billboard for the military. I didn't hear a single damn thing they said up until before they just gave it to him. But you look at him, you're like, all right, Captain America. Like, God damn. Yeah.
Let's hit our locks for this week. So this could be one thing. It could be several things. Whatever you want to do. It could be basketball related. It could be soccer. It could be hockey. It won't be WNBA, but it can be whatever is actively played right now. It could be golf, even some golf in there. So, however you want to do it, if anyone would like to volunteer to go first, I know this was kind of it's always a weird one with the NBA because it's like lines aren't really set until like.
I got my one.
Go ahead.
It's either
Me too.
You're playing either Saturday or Sunday, but over the weekend, the Seattle Kraken are playing Vancouver Canucks. And let's talk about that hockey, people. Vancouver has one of the worst records in the NHL. Kraken are fighting in the playoff spots right now. I'm picking the Kraken, beat Vancouver, let Canada lose at something else. We're just going to keep beating Canada. And Kraken's going to beat Vancouver over the weekend.
Right.
Okay. I got one. Even though Jalen has decided to disown you, not know your name anymore, I am going to take the Turkish terror, Afrin Sigun, tomorrow night against the Sacramento Queens to have eight assists. He has leading Houston in assists, and 8 assists is a plus 141.
Okay, that's a pretty nice value right there. I'm not gonna lie. We'll see what he actually does. Godspeed to you, G Money. I have
better
got
do it.
a very easy one. I'm taking the Spurs money line tomorrow night against Toronto. Toronto's coming off a back-to-back against the Thunder, which they just lost. Spurs are red hot. You could straight bet this, or if you want to parlay this to something else you got going. However you want to do it, but I'm going safe this week. Give me the Spurs to continue this winning streak against the Raptors. So that's my lock.
I'll go. Oh, go ahead, Nestor.
No, you're good.
I got men's college basketball.
Okay.
And I was thinking about this one earlier. I had wrote down a bunch of them, but I like this one. I'm going to take the UConn minus the 5.5 over St. John's.
Ooh, the red man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's tomorrow night.
Nestor.
I hit my lock last week, so my luck
Give us that soccer.
is gonna go down. So what better way to spend it than to bet on a lock for both Real Madrid to win on Monday, and then the other shitty Madrid to win previous day. I think they play on Sunday. So both of them to win. If I'm wrong, I'm a happy ass man.
Either way,
I mean, you say the other Madrid. Not talking about Barcelona, are you?
No.
The wannabe Real Madrid.
I'm talking about Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
They're playing the worst team in the league.
I know.
So I would imagine they get their W there, but I really want Real Madrid to lose. So
that's honest.
Yeah.
All right. Let me repeat back what we all have picked tonight. Okay, so we'll start off with we all took the Pistons to beat the Thunder tomorrow night. Saying that out loud, that makes me nervous. That should not be the case. Thursday, we've got Nestor and G Money taking the Magic. Myself, Malin, and June are taking the Rockets. Friday, we're all taking the Pistons to beat the Cavs. Saturday, we're all taking the Lakers to beat the Warriors. Sunday, we've got Nestor and June taking the Knicks, the New York Knicks. Myself, G Money, Malin taking the Spurs, and then locks. We've got my lock, the Spurs to beat the Raptors. Malin's got the Kraken to beat the Canucks. G Money's got Şengün having over 8 dimes. June's got UConn covering 5.5 points against St. John's. And then Nestor's got Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid to both win this Sunday and Monday. All that sound correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. We'll say we've got the Masters will be upon us sooner than you know, folks. And that's always
Yes, it
a
will.
fun time on this show. So just want to.
Oh, NFL news this week, though.
Oh.
The Combine starts Thursday, people. So if
Yes,
you're a
it does.
Combine fan, hey, hit us up. And I may make a couple of videos on the Combine.
You love grown men running in tights, man. Tune into the NFL Network.
Says the man who just watched the Olympics.
I didn't
Yeah.
watching hockey and curling, man.
Curling. The Canadians' answer to bowling.
I'm sorry, man.
Okay, first of all, did it not seem like to anybody else that they never let the curlers sleep? Like, I felt like curling was 24 hours a day. I don't think they had to sleep in shifts. They were rolling that granite down the lane 24 hours a day. It seemed like that was fucking crazy. But I don't know why I get like 300 for 2 years and 345 days. I don't give a shit about curling, and then all of a sudden the Winter Olympics come on, and it's like, God damn. Who's doing what? There's a lot of brushing going on there. Oh, what are you talking about? Get out of here.
All right. We will see you all next week back at our normal time. Be sure to follow us on social media. We are at AFR Sports. If you want to follow June on TikTok, his link is always down in the description below. So be sure to follow both accounts. So we'll see you all back here next week. Let's win some money and have a good week. Peace out.
So.